All right. I think we should be live. Let me make sure audio is all set. Check, check, check. All right. Audio sounds good. Visuals seem to be running. So, what is good, y'all? Welcome back to another One Piece manga chapter live stream, live reaction for One Piece chapter 1154. I can't even die. So, before we get this stream started, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell. Make sure you leave a like. And if you watch this after the fact, leave a comment and let me know your thoughts on the chapter. Also, we will be streaming this Sunday, chapter 1154 on the Moon Piece podcast. So if you're watching me, please do me a favor, guys. Please, I'm begging you. If you're watching me, go subscribe to the Moon Piece podcast. Me and Danny will be streaming there, and we do have a special guest this week, Nerd King. You guys might see him on TikTok. Maybe you guys know who he is, the Nerd King. He really is one of Oda's toughest soldiers. You know what I mean? But, make sure you guys check that out. Also, our co-host Kimmy is finally starting One Piece this Monday, streaming it on the channel. She will be doing One Piece, but starting this Monday. So if you want to see somebody go through the journey, Moon Piece Podcast, check it out. So, without any further ado, let's just get into it, y'all. Chapter 1154, I Can't Even Die. Cover story. Onichild Yamato in the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 38. At the grave of a hero, born in West Blue and brought up in Ringo. Who we talking about here? Who we talking about? We talking about Ryuma? We talking about Ryuma-sama? Okay, so we got Yamato, OT. OT just having a good old time. Page one just vibing as always. We got Kiku chilling, smiling, enjoying the vibes. And then we got the lady from last chapter that's cool with Yasue and all, not Yasue, Hyogoro and all that. I forgot the girl name, the woman's name. So, all right, let's get into it. It's not much to say here. We know the pilgrimage continues on. So who knows who we'll run into here. Felix, what's good? Welcome to the stream, my lord. All right, Elbaf's passed 63 years ago. Lord Ja Rule. Ja Rule, the oldest man in the present day, lost his partner. Cascade Beard, Ja Rule, was struck down dead by the hands of a certain young girl. Big mommy, mama. Her name was Charlotte Linlin, a mere human. Yet she left a large part of a giant village in ruins. She would later go on to become an emperor, earning the epithet Big Mommy. That same year, Elbaf faced a string of tragedies. It was calamity after calamity. Sudden fires, windstorms, and bitter cold waves devastated the crops. The abnormal weather also brought fishing to a halt. This once magnificent land had fallen into famine. Whoa, things are getting crazy over here. They down bad in Elbaf. They were blessed, and now they not. Now do you see? This is all that child's doing. This land was cursed because you all failed to kill it immediately. Is this Estrid? Is this Estrid doubling down? Y'all should have got rid of that baby. No, surely it's just a coincidence. Crash. Oh, she in the bed mad. She in the bed mad. Look at young Loki. Good. Good. Yeah, he's staring at me. Prince Loki. She is not messing with this at all, y'all. She's not having a good time. Take it away. Don't ever let that monster near me again. Yo, Estrid is crazy. Wow, he just crying. They dragging his big ass. Yo, the size of these guys. Why is Loki such a big baby compared to them? And they giants. Prince Loki, you have to keep away from your mother's room. Gouge out those monstrous eyes. Wait, is the bandages there because of a scar? Gouge out those monstrous eyes. If left unchecked, his curse will grow till it brings about this nation's collapse. Ah, oh my days. Wow, I'm hungry. Sorry, sweetie. That was the last bit of bread we had. You're going reaving? We could easily steal what we need from the humans. Ain't that how it's always been in ELBAPH's history? Don't be ridiculous. A senseless raid on them would only bring shame to ELBAPH. That's the law of the land now. Those bastards from Hunter's village are attacking. What are they? It seems they've hit other villages too. Damn, bro. It's dog eat dog right now. It is dog eat dog right now. Quick, arm yourselves. Don't let them loot the village. Internal giant struggles weren't unheard of. Oh, it is Viking days. We are entering Vinland Saga, y'all. During desperate times. But these incidents only resulted in making the period more severe and bloody. No, somebody is doing this to them. Somebody is doing this to them. The world government is doing something. Or maybe it's Mother Carmel. No, Mother Carmel. No, Mother Carmel's dead now because Big Mom ate her. Right? Or did Big Mom not eat her yet? Is Mother Carmel doing this to them? The country was engulfed in chaos and misery. I heard a rumor about the princeling born in the castle. He's cursed. And the bitterness festered as spirits broke. Hey, wait. We got young Hadrudin. Hey, Hadrudin. Your brother doomed this country with his curse. Huh? As his elder brother, you'll take responsibility as a sacrifice. Damn, so they picking on Hadrudin because they think Loki is doing this. Damn, bro. All right, so what is Hadrudin's mom gonna do? What are you talking about? Don't you know my son's a cutie who's gonna be the world's longest living man? Yo. Yo. This is why older don't keep moms. This is why they don't keep mothers alive, son. Because she is so sweet, y'all. Ida is so sweet. She's so sweet to this bro. She's so cute. She said, don't you know this little cutie? This little cutie? Can it, Ida? You're nothing but an outsider who seduced Harold. Oh! Go to hell. I love this country. Don't you lay a finger on my mom. Oh my days. Whose fist is that? I'm gonna flatten you. Oh, there go King Harold. He pulled up. He had to save his baby moms. King Harold. Daddy. King Harold. Oh, thank God. He said, you not touching mine. You not touching mine. Not today. Not today. Brothers, you must not fight amongst each other. The king. Yo, my son older, older Harold is alright. Older Harold is looking like a little poppy. It's giving Pedro Pascal over here. Word reached me about Loki's birth and the recent famine. I was building a rapport with various nations when the news came. Our allies acted without hesitation. They loaded tons of food and supplies to be shipped here. Humans may be small in stature, but not will. Our allied nations came together to ensure that we got enough to truly fill and satiate our giant bellies. No, the world government is doing this. The world government is doing this. No, he made a deal. He made a deal to save his people, and that's why Emu was coming to collect the debt. We will graciously accept their aid. Harold, how are we supposed to dock on the island? King Harold the G for real, bro. He pulled up. Danny, what the hell are you doing here? First of all, how are we supposed to dock on the island? Yeah, it's as big as you'd expect. Dig in and fill your hearts with gratitude. Damn, look at them. There was a famine. It was the English. If these good folks are ever in a pinch, it'll be our job to return the favor with all our might. Remember, this tiny world is ours to share. What is going on right now? This is so sus. Queen Estrid continued to publicly declare that the plague suffered by Elbaf. Oh, she died. Yo, she died. Oh, my days. Declared that the plague suffered by Elbaf was brought on by the accursed prince right up until the eve of Harold's return. She denounced her son with bitter hatred into her final anguished breath. Yo, that's Dio levels of hate, y'all. That is Dio levels of hate because, bro, she went to the grave with that. She took that to the grave. She said, "No, I'm if if Loki don't got no more haters, then I'm gone." Harold actually crying though, which is interesting. Very interesting. Naturally, the people believed her passing was part of the curse. Oh my God, he already got his eyes bandaged up? Loki, my son. Look at him, Carrot. See, now Loki actually looked like a baby compared to King Harold. He was born with a condition that affects his eyes. Well, he could see, but I understand. What a pity. He can't even smile for me. I guess it makes sense. He did just lose his mother. Damn. Loki loves his daddy. Loki loves his dad. At only a few months old, Loki had given up on love. I used to have hoop dreams until I found there were other ways to score. Oh, he gave up on love, and then Lola curved him. So he was born with a condition that affects his eyes. So they didn't gouge his eyes out, they just bandaged them up. You sure have a lot of scrapes. No, those are bruises? Like, what is that? Harold's diplomacy soon started to bear fruit, and Elbaf's winter finally came to a close. Winter is coming. Branch Route 1. Branch Route 1? That's right. It'll help build inter-village trade and communication, restoring the fractured nation and venturing across the seas. continued to be prioritized, while other things became an afterthought. Freak. Oh my God. They just Harold out here trying to make God. It's giving Hokage. Harold was too busy trying to make Elbaf better that he couldn't be there for his son. And at least Hadrian had his mom. But Loki got nobody, really. Freak. Estrid's older brother was appointed as Loki's personal steward. Damn, bro ain't no better than his sister. This is the realm of the dead. Isn't it dangerous here? The coastline keeps this area separated, so the beast won't come near. She just pinching Hadrian's cheek. You're so cute when you're worried. Damn, nigga really had a good mom. Don't you have training with Elbow from West Village? You should head back. This is Ida's Tavern. You hear? Fishermen, castaways, even pirates. I'm ready for any and all customers. Oh, this was Shanks and them be staying. With any luck, I'll be of help to Harold. Okay, 56 years ago. Okay, so we jump from 63 to 56. So what is that? 7 years later? 56 years ago, Ja Rule's house. You were at the scene of the reverie incident? Harold? Yeah. My friend was one of the invited kings. He smuggled me in as one of his guards. Who? I couldn't ask the questions I wanted to without blowing my cover. If that murder hadn't happened, I might have been exposed. Who got murdered? Yeah, Felix, I'm peeping. If you were caught, all this would be the least of your worries. Haven't you heard the tale of the Galera Warhammer Company? Kanji is Great Hammer Battalion. Furigana might be a spin on Gale La. Yeah, I was like Gale La. Kisaki was good. I like the first wife. She kind of main reason for all bad rumors of her own son. She kind of, she ain't nuts. Yo, Esther's wild, bro. Esther was hating to the end like she was Dio. They're that gruff troop of giant shipwrights that arm themselves with warhammers, right? Is we talking about who we talking about? We talking about your boy Frankie's boy? We talking about Tom? We talking about Tom right now? Shay was good. I thought they were just a myth. No, they existed. They really did travel far and wide, sending letters back to Elbaf. All right, well, it's not Tom, obviously, because it's Giants. I know Tom is a fish man, but who knows? Who knows? Rental girlfriend is back. Oh my days. I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm gonna wait till probably more of the season get through. Kisaki, Tom and his crew, I think. Not sure. I don't think so. Like, only because they saying it's giant. So, or maybe it's not. Maybe they didn't say it's giants, actually. Let me. No, they existed. They've sent far and wide, sending letters back to Elbaf. So who knows? Maybe it's a young Tom. I received the final letter myself. It said they'd all been captured. Can you believe it? Over 100 warriors were taken prisoner, including ancient giants. Who we talking about here? Oimo and Kashi or something? Life is life. I feel that, bro. Yo, good luck, man. Get through that. You think the world government was responsible? There is no doubt that they once faced a great enemy. However, they sank deep into the ocean at a certain point in history, to be blunt. Wait a minute. What's happening right now? Hold on. Okay. If you were caught, blah blah blah. Have you heard of the tale? Have you heard the tale of a Galera Warhammer company? They're that group. They're that gruff troop of giant shipwrights. Yeah, the giant shipwrights. Okay, yeah. That arm themselves with warhammers. Is that the hammer that Loki has? See, thought it was a myth. No, they existed. They really did travel far and wide, sending letters back to Elbaf. I received the final letter myself. It said they'd all been captured. Can you believe it? Over 100 warriors were taken prisoner, including ancient giants. You think the world government was responsible? There's no doubt that they once faced a great enemy. However, they sank deep into the ocean at a certain point in history, to be blunt. There's probably a deeper reason why your ideals haven't worked out, and it has nothing to do with you. Okay, Ja Rule is hip to something. Ja Rule is hip to something. I think talking about the previous giant pirates in Warhammer Company, Tom might have learned from them. Just a theory. That's just a theory. A One Piece theory. Lingering animosity, huh? Okay. So Emu must have smoked them, maybe. Emu smoked them maybe around the last Joy Boy. Galileo was inspired by them. Could be. Yeah. Maybe these guys built the last Pluton. Iceberg named his company after shipwright legend. Taco, you here? What's good? Okay. Lingering animosity, huh? These are just rumors. But I also heard a story about a frozen army of giants somewhere. Wait, what? Hold up. What's happening right now? I'm getting overloaded. I'm getting overloaded right now. It seems our people are regarded as enemies of the larger world. Clearly, but I've already resolved to face any hurdle. Yo, Harold locked in. Harold really that nigga. Prince Loki, I know you cursed my little sister. Prince Loki. Now, let's see what kind of garbage we'll be serving up today. And now we seeing Loki grow up. What? The horse of fortune died. He grows up more. The steward's body was in the realm of the dead. Yo, bro, we about to get Titans out the wall. We about to have Titans in the wall. The steward's body. See, we see a boy hair growing out. 48 years before present day. All right, so now we skipped 8 years. We're at 56. Or 50, yeah, we are at 56. So yeah, 8 years. The villagers drew closer in terms of trade and identity, and the nation stood together. My dream is to join hands with many other countries around the planet for the giant race to be welcome all over this grand world. King Harold's so cool. He's changed so much. He's going to be a king who will go down in history. Well, you look thrilled, Hashirden. Is it because you're illegitimate? Prince Loki is the true heir, right? Why they fucking yo, these people that work here, the adults is dead ass bullies. The adults is dead ass bullies. You're just an illegitimate throwaway. They violating this nigga. Beat him up, beat them all up, guys. So now this is Loki chilling with his underworld little homies. Nigga just running amok. This is Elbaf, the world's strongest country. We don't need weaklings here. Loki, driven by scorn, unleashed chaos into Elbaf because they was talking shit about him for mad long. Loki said, I'm getting my lick back. Loki pulling up. He laughed at the feeble as they ran. Hey, Loki. Dad went through hell to rebuild this village. Oh, Hydrogen trying to stand up to him. And Loki dead ass sonning him. Loki really about to son Hydrogen. Castle folks were always biased with Loki. Even Estrid hated him. Huh? You think you get to call my father dad? I don't get why everyone respects him. He's dumb for trying to play nice with those human insects. That's crap. Yo, Loki really just hate. I get it, bro. He got trauma. I get it. We should all try to see from each other's perspectives. Don't get cocky just because you're big. Being cocky is my right. I'm the prince. Toma. Bro gave him the mini Thunder Bagua. Don't you dare talk back to me, runt. Hajrudin. Stay back, Gerd. He'll think you're his friend. Loki. We'll hit you next. We are his friends, dummy. Yo, Goldberg did not want the smoke. Goldberg said, yo, don't go over there. They gonna think you're trying to help him. We are. We are. Hydrogen, are you okay? He needs first aid. And Loki just being looked at from afar. Loki jealous. He want friends too. Ha ha ha. You're so pathetic. I could puke, Hydrogen. You're just a group of weaklings huddling together. All right, so we got Gerd, Hydrogen, Gerd, Goldberg, Stanson. No, something. Not his name. Not Stanson. Is that his name? Not Robe. It's not Robe. What's his boy name? It's because of your mom's filthy blood. This guy's wildin'. Young master, that's going too far. He's still the son of the king. He's also don't call him a prince. Loki spread pain. Yo, Loki is crashing out. He is crashing out. And destruction. But nothing he did filled the hole in his own heart. Bro just wilding out. He just, oh, my Shayla. Toss him down. I can't even die. Bro, he's pulling a Kaido. See, this is the death that Kaido needed. Yeeted himself to the underworld, just like his mom did. And he don't die. He's just crying. That boy got trauma. The boy got trauma. What's the deal with this island? Where's the welcome committee? Oh, who's pulling up? Rah, rah, the bear and the wolf. Oh, we found one. Look, it's a giant whelp. This is definitely Elbaf. Oh, shit. Gee, ha, ha, ha. This brat's got one hell of a devil face. Look who it is. Well, look who it is. Wow. All right. We doing it. We doing it. We really doing it right now. Oda, you madman. Oda, you madman. We got Shiki on deck, y'all. We got Shiki on deck. Then we got Whitebeard. I know he's a giant, but isn't he a bit too big? Hey, kid, why are you crying? Oh, shit. Wait, is this Stussy? Is this Stussy? Harold spotted this particular man 8 years ago during the reverie. He single-handedly killed a Navy HQ admiral and vanished without a trace. Oh, shit. This feat earned him a massive bounty and the government's ire. All right, kid. You better say yes to both these questions. I ain't the type that takes no for an answer. First off, this is Elbaf, land of the giants, yeah? Second, we'll find Harold here, yeah? Aw, shit. Future captain of the Rocks Pirates, father of Emperor Blackbeard Roxy Zabek. End of the chat. Oda. Oda. He just want to be like his daddy so bad. Oh my God, that's why Whitebeard took him in. Zabek got that Madara Uchiha aura that nobody could touch him, smallest yet most dangerous. Damn, damn, damn. My agendas, my agendas. Ah, oh my days. Oh my days. All right, y'all. Okay, y'all. I can hear Zed, ha 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 ha. Even when him not born yet, I can hear it from a distance, y'all. I can hear it from a distance. All right, let's recap this chapter before I give my rating, before we start to go on this spiel. Yo, guys, like the stream. It's 2 likes on the stream right now. There's about 5 people watching. So if I can get a couple more likes for the stream to help promote it, you know what I mean? Helps the channel a lot. Greatly appreciate it. Oh, my agendas are really holding an L today with One Piece chapter 1154, y'all. Oh my days. Let's recap this chapter before we get to it. So, cover story. We seem to be revisiting Ringo. Maybe we about to go to Ryuma's grave since Zoro didn't do it, but because we got Yamato, OT having a good old time. Page 1 vibing, you know, Yamato eating the apple, you know what I mean? And then we got Hyogoro's homie, I forgot this woman's name, but it looks like she's like leading the way. Maybe Sasaki's gonna be in there chilling, right? And Sasaki joins up Yamato just because he's like, I got nothing better to do. And we got Kiku here chilling, bro. Sean, what's good? Shout out to my boy for getting his little bike ride in. Helped us well. Kuzan will be proud. We out here, bro. About to ride across that water, man. I'm back on the bike and stuff. Kisaki, what were Whitebeard and Whitebeard and Shiki were doing with Zabek even before Rocks Pirates? and Blackbeard just named his ship Daddy. Y'all cooking, but we're not there yet. But cover story's gonna continue on. At this point, Oda, I don't know. Either you're gonna have Loki join the crew, or this Yamato cover story leads to Yamato coming and joining the crew. Even though I don't know how Loki's gonna feel in the boat, but I don't know. We'll see. But let's get into the chapter. Now, listen, Oda, this chapter here, you were jumping around timeline wise. You were jumping around with the time. You overwhelmed me because at first I was just like, what? You got me thinking about so many things because this is taking place so many years ago. So I was just like, okay, what perspective do I have? But you open up with Elbaf's past, with my girl, Big Mommy, Charlotte Linlin herself 63 years ago, with the tragedy in which Ja Rule got smiddoked. Ja Rule lost his partner, Crescent Beard, the Crescent Beard himself, right? So, like, Linlin herself was already a tragedy. Now, listen, I know some of you guys think Charlotte Linlin is coming back, Big Mom is coming back. I don't think so. We don't got enough time for that. Nobody got time to reintegrate Big Mom into the story. We already did an Amnesia plot line. She got put in lava. What's she gonna do? Come and fight us again, or she gonna be on our side? Nobody want to see that. No, not that nobody want to see it. I know some of y'all want to see it, but I'm good. I don't think it makes sense for the story. But we continue on because more tragedy just continues to befall, ELBAPH. Like that same year, they was like, okay, it's calamity after calamity. Like we got hit. Winter is coming. There were sudden fires. There were windstorms. The crops were cooked. The famine. The British brought the famine to the it's giving Vinland Saga, y'all. We entering Vinland Saga. The fishing was cut to a halt. Like they are struggling here. Winter is coming. Winter is coming for ELBAPH. And to add on top of all that, all the stuff that's happening to them, they believe it's baby Loki's fault. They believe it's baby Loki's fault. Because one thing I'll say about Estrid, girl, who's like the top 3 haters in the game? Like Dio is up there. Griffith and Estrid might be right there, y'all. Because Estrid is not backing down on hating this baby. She is like, he is staring at me. Get that ugly. He just want to be loved. He's over here like baby Loki with his little beady eyes, snaky eyes, like, my precious, my mom just love me. No, she don't want to love you, bro. She don't want to love you, please. They are violating him. She said, keep that monster away from me. And now the guards, which like Loki is a big ass baby, y'all. Loki is a big ass baby because we're talking about giants, right? Loki is the size of full grown giants as a baby. Trying to pull him away. That is jokes to me. At that point, I think you're allowed to shoot the fair one with the baby. You know what I mean? But at first I thought things was about to get real spicy. I thought Loki had the bandages on his eyes when he grows up because Estrid actually commanded them to like gouge his eyes out, and that's what it was. Oh my days, Oda, thank God you didn't do that. Thank God I'm not writing One Piece because that would have been hurtful. That would have been too much. But thankfully, that's not it. But more things continue to go on. Now, the savagery within ELBAPH starts to really hit in because the resources are dwindling down. So people are they entering back into the savage days, chaos, misery, all of that going on. And then with all of this tragedy going on and all these calamities per se going on in ELBAPH, because Estrid is the number one hater, and all the rumors going around, and all the things they told Harold's not even here, right? They think it's because of Loki. He's literally just a baby. Y'all. So then even to add on top of that, now we got grown-ass adults pulling up on Ida and Hajuden out of nowhere, being like, yo, that's your brother? I want the smoke. Yo, chill out. Calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the nine. Hajuden's not guilty of nothing. And Ida is such a cutie. She's so sweet. Like, this is why Oda be killing mothers. That's why mothers can't stay around. Because Ida was straight up on something like, you don't know what you're talking about. This little cutie patootie over here is about to be the world's longest living man. You don't know that? And bro, this giant, this NPC, demon time. He said, shut up before I call ice on you. They wildin' here, bro. You not even from here. She said, what? I love this country. Oh my days. Oda. Hajuden thought he was about to do something. Bro, I thought Ida was really I thought this was about to be Ida's death because I was like, is Ida still alive? But no, we see a fist come through. And King Harold, don't forget his baby mama. King Harold still love his baby moms. He says, I'ma flatten you. He sends bro. He gives bro the Don Ching Jiao. Boing. Brings his head down. OD. Violated him. That was crazy what I just did, first of all. Pause. But now Harold has come back from his voyages, right? Because all this stuff is going on when Harold was gone. And now he come through, saves his baby mom. How's you like, Daddy, thank you. Oh my God. Now Harold comes up. He's like, yo, Elbaf, my brothers, my sisters, we shall not continue to fight because we have graciously accepted the aid of people around the world with the government. They have decided to help us. There's plenty of ships coming in with food. Listen, bro, they were struggling for bread, y'all. They were struggling for bread. So now they got humans, other people around the world, starting to finally feed them and help them try to get out of this famine and all of these struggles that ELBAPH is going through as a society. Oda, you are cooking something. Anybody who says One Piece is not political or One Piece does not reflect some real world life issues, even if it's not direct, like, listen, bro, everything is influenced by something. You know what I mean? So now it seems like the world is helping Harold, but at first I was confused. You know what I mean? I thought maybe, okay, is this when Harold gets got by Emu? You know what I mean? Is this when the world government starts being in on something? I wasn't sure. You know what I mean? But we finally get to R.I.P. to the girl Estrid. Loki's mom died. We see her casket. We see her beautiful picture on the wall. Even Harold actually cried. I didn't know if bro was going to cry. He actually cared. You know what I mean? But she kept that hate to the grave. And you know what? I got to respect that. So now we see Harold loving his son. He's like, Loki, my son, right? They think that Estrid dying, people in ELBAPH think Estrid dying is also Loki's fault for him being born, right? You got the guards even talking to Harold, right? Harold's trying to love and embrace his baby, right? Big ass baby. Finally, Loki actually looked like a baby because Harold carrying him because Harold was so goddamn big. But they're like, yo, he's born with a condition that affects his eyes. What, is he farsighted? Is he nearsighted? Does he need Warby Parker like me or something? I mean, he got these little snake eyes, but listen, it is what it is. So that's how we kind of get the bandages. The bandages is more or less, I guess, just to hide. You know what I mean? They just don't want to freak people out. I don't know what it is, but that boy was only a few months old. And Loki gave up on love. He could not smile. Felix, what's good? One Piece is a very progressive story for real. Of course. Michael Jimenez, hello, man. How are you doing today? And it's nice to meet you. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you for coming through to the One Piece Chapter 1154 stream. But your boy Loki is down bad, right? Harold sees, like, he's like, yo, you got a lot of scrapes. What's going on here? And you're like, no, those are bruises, because I think they kept trying to yeet him off into the underworld. But Loki don't die, y'all. Loki don't die. Got yeeted a couple times. So now we start to finally go through the journey of our boy Harold, which, like, honestly, I want to apologize because I doubted Harold. I thought Harold was some type of scumbag, you know what I mean? But he really was that dude. He continued to start to improve on ELBAPH's infrastructure and building specific trade routes and making it easy so that we can not only trade with the world, but have better internal trade so that villages have the right amount of resource and we can properly get our economy growing back up. You know what I mean? So as Harold is busy making ELBAPH, giving ELBAPH hope, blessed, you know what I mean? See, Loki believes he'll make ELBAPH great again. But Harold was trying to do something for the people. You know what I mean? But Harold was busy. Just like Boruto's dad. He was busy. Because now they got Estrid's older brother watching Loki, and he just popping wild shit, son. Oh my God, the hate train continues. Like, Loki can't catch a break. So now he's the steward for Loki, which, like, Harold, my nigga, you can't make some better decision. You can't obviously see what's happening here. Am I missing something? Anyways, we now also see what we believe to be the place we usually see Shanks pull up to, where we saw useless Captain Mid get wiped off the story map. Because Ida is once again being cute, being kawaii des with her baby boy Hajuden. She's opened up Ida's tavern right by the underworld. And Hajuden's like worried. He's like, yo, this is not a good idea. Like, is this safe? And because of where it is, Ida's like, listen, the beast and all the other stuff, they can't make it to where this is. So we'll have everybody, fishermen, castaways, even pirates. We're gonna let everybody be welcome. And hopefully, you know, me doing this will help what Harold's trying to do too. Like, Harold, Ida really loves this place. She really loves this place. The same way a lot of people, you know, love this country, and they may not be from here, but they want to be of use. You know what I mean? They want to give back. Well, not only give back, but they want to see continue to thrive, to get better, to heal. You know what I mean? So Ida's really a real one. Estrid was just wanted the bag, which I can respect that as well, right? Estrid just wanted the bag, but Ida, you may not be conventionally attractive, but girl, you a real one. So now we get to 56 years ago, and we see Ja Rule, which, like, guys, are we entering lore piece right now? So we were at what, 63? So now we're like 7 years ahead now, from before just now. And Harold is talking with Ja Rule, and he's like, Ja Rule's like, okay, you were at the reverie, huh? Oh my days. Oh my days. We're talking about a reverie 56 years ago. And Harold was there, but Harold wasn't there as a king. I don't know how he pulled this off. I don't know how nobody figured this out, because bro is an ancient giant, but he was there as a security guard, as one of the guards for a king he was cool with. Who are we talking about here? Is it the old king of Alabasta? Is it Neptune's father from Fishman Island? Is it Dressrosa related? I don't know. But Harold was there undercover and he witnessed some crazy ish go down. And Ja Rule was like, "You wildin'. You could have been exposed." I don't know how he wasn't. He's an ancient giant. Nobody questioned anything. We just had a random, regular human-sized king have an ancient giant as his Make it make sense. I'm starting to think the girls say are more and more incompetent every day, y'all. How they don't know. How they don't know. But Ja Rule's worrying about him. He's like, yo, if you were caught, like, all this would be the least of our worries. And then now he says, hey, haven't you heard the tale of the Galera? Could be the Galera, right? Warhammer Company. Is that where Iceberg gets the name from? Are we talking about something with Tom related here? At first I thought, okay, no, 56 years ago, like Tom was alive, I believe. But they're saying it was a troop of giant shipwrights that armed themselves with warhammers. I'm also thinking maybe that's where Loki maybe has his hammer from. Maybe it has something to do with that, right? But Harold is just a myth. He doesn't know too much about it. So that leads me to believe if Harold thinks it's a myth and Ja Rule is so much older, maybe this is like during the last war that Emu had, because Harold is saying they existed, and he's saying they traveled far and wide. They sent information back to Elbaf, and now we see this silhouette, right? They had over 100 warriors that were taken prisoner somehow by the world government or something, because Harold said that he received the final letter himself. They all been captured, and they even had ancient giant. Who are these guys? Who are these guys? Are they still in Impel Down? We see silhouettes, but I can't tell who they are exactly. So maybe I don't know. Maybe they built water. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like Oda, this almost went over my head. I was really overwhelmed at first, y'all. So Harold is questioning with Ja Rule, like, you think the world government was responsible? And he's like, there's no doubt that they faced a great enemy. However, they sank deep into the ocean at a certain point in history. To be blunt, there's probably a deeper reason why your ideals haven't worked out. Ja Rule is on to something. It's Emu making Elbaf suffer. I'm thinking at first all these calamities might be happening because Mother Carmel is, changing weather conditions in Elbaf, causing great winds. She can kind of put soul into things and manipulate things. So the same way Crocodile was putting Alabasta through a drought is what I thought at first here. But maybe it's even more sinister where like Harold thinks he's making something happen for himself. But the world government is really doing some effed up stuff. I don't know, bro. But then we get even more lore. The same way I think there's a giant serpent inside the red line, there's titans on the wall. Ja Rule randomly brings up that there's a frozen army of giants somewhere. What? What? What are we talking about here? Are we gonna randomly find a frozen thing of giants soon? What's going on here? So Harold is coming to a realization, or Ja Rule is saying, like, it seems our people are regarded as enemies of the world. Like, everybody hates us. Nobody bangs with us. Or just like Emu really got a grudge against us because he keeps trying to get us on his side and it doesn't work out. But that's not what Ja Rule was saying. But that's what it's lingering towards, right? But Harold says, I don't care. I'm pushing through. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make Elbaf something special. Shade said Punk Hazard is where we see some of them that are shown in this chapter. Ah, okay. I'm thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because now I'm remembering. You brought back the memory for me, bro. But now we cut to see some years pass by. We're at 48 years now. So 8 years have passed by. We went from 56 to 48. And now we see Estra's punk ass brother just berating Loki. And we start to see Loki start to grow up a little bit, right? And then we see our boy Harold. Now, I'm not going to lie. Older Harold with the long hair? I ain't going to lie, bro. My guy is looking like a baddie. He's looking like a baddie. I ain't going to front, bro. Older Harold design it goes hard, bro. It goes hard. And over this time, as Loki's growing up, we see his hair getting longer. Elbaf is flourishing because of Harold's work that he's putting in around the world, right? He is really making things great. People are can't believe the progress they're making with humans. They're like, yo, he's gonna go down as the GOAT. I used to have hoop dreams until I found there were other ways to score. These bum-ass soldiers, though, while people are celebrating being happy, they can't help but to be bozos. So now they picking on Hadrian because Hadrian is like, not giddy. He said, oh, you look thrilled, Hadrian. You salty because you a bastard child? You illegitimate? Chill out, Jon Snow. Why y'all Jon Snowing my bro? Right? Then look at him slithering like Randy Orton. RKO. This nigga Loki pulls up. He said, you're just a illegitimate throwaway. Guys. So now we see young Loki wilding out, running a rampage, running around with his underworld friends, causing chaos all through Elbaf, calling everybody weaklings. He's saying, yo, the way my dad is trying to make this country is trash. We supposed to be strong here. Make Elbaf great again. He had his red hat on. Actually, you know what? Close enough, right? Your boy Loki really was on his make Elbaf great again vibe. He wasn't playing, y'all. He is running amok in Elbaf right now, wilding on everybody, just terrorizing everybody. Hadrian tries to pull up like, Dad went through a lot to rebuild this village. You're bugging out. I'm going to scrap with you. And now we see them size up, and he is son, bro. How you get little broed by your little bro, Hadrian? He looked down at him, bro. He said, what? He's dumb for trying to play nice with these insects. You're wildin'. And Hadrian's trying to talk some sense into him, like, yo, you got to see things from other perspective. Like, you wilding out, acting just like his mom, saying exactly what his mom said to Harold. Don't get cocky just because you're big. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This nigga Loki really hit bro with the mini Thunder Bago. Kaido could never. Because this is the death we were looking for from Kaido, y'all. This is the death. You know what I mean? So now we see our young baby pirates. We got Stanson and Goldberg and Gerd. They're watching from a distance, and Gerd is like trying to help Hadrian as he getting whooped out by Loki, and Goldberg didn't want no smoke. So Gerd had to give him pow pow. He said, we are his friends. He's like, oh man. Because Goldberg was on some like, no, let's not go over there because like Loki's gonna think we're cool with bro. He's like, we are cool. Don't bring Goldberg to the fight if you're getting jumped. Don't bring Goldberg to the fights again, jump. So now people are attending to Hadrian, right? And checking, like making sure he's good as Loki starts to walk away and he says off like a crazy remark. He's like, I could puke. You guys are just a group of weaklings. Like he's talking wow. He's trash talking OD. Like he said, your mom got dirty blood, all of that. And even the guards is like, whoa, calm down, Jamal. Like, he's still the son of the king. Don't call him a prince. I'm that guy. So because of all this hurt, like Loki was doomed from the start, y'all. Loki was doomed from the start. Because from this point on, yeah, Loki's causing havoc and destruction. But at the end of the day, bro, he was lashing out, bro. He was on his Naruto-ish. I mean, way worse than what Naruto did, right? Like, bro could have taken down the Hokage Mountain if he wanted to. But he be yeeting himself off the underworld, and he be trying to off himself. He be trying to self-delete, right? Sorry, Shade, Rhodes missing. Rhodes getting bullied somewhere else, right? Bro, Kaido, once again, could never. Because now, like, the way Loki gives his death of, like, I can't even die. Like, he continues to do the same thing that his mom used to do to him to try to stop this pain he's going through. Oh, my days, Oda. Oh, my days, Eiichiro Oda. What are you doing to us? Right? So now we're in the underworld where your boy is just there, and we get one of the illest reveals ever. Because Loki's crying there. I can't even die. I don't know what his theme song's gonna be, right? Dun 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 Bro, first we see a bunch of adults, shadowy silhouettes, looking real. We see a big guy, we see somebody much smaller, we see somebody even smaller, and they run across baby Loki crying, and they like, yo, looks like we found a giant whelp. And we definitely must be at Elbaf. First for real, boom, Golden Lion Shiki. Oda is really, really harkening on the Shiki stuff, bro. He wants Shiki to come back so bad. So bad. They pull up on a crying Loki, and then we get Whitebeard, who says, whoa, I know he's a giant, but that's a big ass baby. Hey kid, why are you crying? Whitebeard, my boy, my guy, Edward Newgate, you sweet, sweet soul. Checking up on him. And now we find out who created the incident that Harold witnessed at the reverie, because we get the reveal, ladies and gentlemen. My agendas are down, but I'm not giving up yet, because not only do we see Whitebeard pulling up, Aura farming something light, Shiki pulling up, Aura farming something light, Buckingham Stussy, Aura farming something light. This nigga said, you think the Fantastic Four was something? We see the fit, Piccolo. We see the fit. This nigga pulls up. 8 years ago, during the reverie, he single-handedly killed a Navy HQ admiral and just vanished without a trace. They couldn't even spot him. The 4th Hokage, who? They said this gave him a bounty. Massive. And the government hated him. We got the reveal of Rox D. Zerbeck's face. Future captain of the Rox Pirates. This Rox Pirates don't even exist yet. Father of Emperor Blackbeard. We see the fit. Oh my days. Yes. He OD looks like Blackbeard. Blackbeard, that is your daddy. But I'm not giving up, y'all. My agenda is down. My agendas are looking bad, because I still think Buggy. I wanted Buggy to be Roxy Zebex's kid so bad. I wanted Dragon to be Roxy Zebex's kid so bad. But Oda said, here, Toma, take this. This nigga is 4. He got the 2. All right, kid, you better say yes to both these questions. And I ain't the type to take no for an answer. First off, this is Elbaf, the land of the giants, right? Second off, tell me where I can find Harold. Point me to your daddy. Oh my days. Shay said Rox might be the king that invited Hal with him as the king of Beehive. Ooh, you cooking here. Is that maybe why? Maybe that's why Blackbeard wants to make Hachinosu a nation. Ah, I see what you doing there. Yo, see, this is why. This is why. Oda had a 2-week break. If you cover half of Rock's face, you can see Buggy and Blackbeard in the same face. I'm just saying, Buggy and Blackbeard could be brothers. Listen, Buggy had those 3 knives. Chop chop cannon. Looks like Shank's scar to me. Right? Blackbeard used that little thing he had before as a kid. I see it. The eyebrows, the eyes, half the face looks like Buggy, and half the face looks like Blackbeard. I'm just saying, y'all. The agenda doesn't die. But Eiichiro Oda, oh my days. Going through, we had Big Mom in this chapter, y'all. We got Roxy Zebek. We got Whitebeard. We got Shiki. We got Stussy. We got Loki going through everything. We got Estra dying. We got Ida being a real one. We got Ida's tavern where Shanks be at. We got Frozen Giant somewhere. We got the Garera. Is this Tom? Is this Iceberg? Did they build Water 7? Is the hammers they built? Is that where Loki gets his hammer from? We have so much in this chapter. And I'm overwhelmed. Because this is an hour and 8 minutes we've been going on, right? They're going to be mad at me in the TikTok version. Because I'm going to put it up. Everybody, damn, another 30-minute ep-unk. Well, guess what, y'all? Oda cooked here. Lore Piece is back. The backstory continues. I'm not giving up hope. Buggy and Blackbeard are brothers. Or something. I don't know. 9/10 chapter. Maybe I might change my mind, but we'll see. But make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, guys, like the stream if you're still around. It really helps the channel a lot. Also, please, guys, check out Moon Piece Podcast if you have not already. We'll be streaming with the Nerd King from TikTok. You guys might know him. He's one of Oda's toughest soldiers. He really puts in work on TikTok. Going to be streaming with us on Sunday around 11 a.m. on Moon Piece Podcast. So it'll be me and Danny as well as him. So we're going to chop it up just like we did last time. Should be a good time. Also, if you watch this after the fact, leave a comment, y'all. Hit that notification bell. Also, Kimmy, my co-host on the Moon Piece Podcast, this Monday on the Moon Piece Podcast, she will be starting One Piece, y'all. We finally did it. I've had to put in a lot of work. We're talking about 2.5 years of work. But I didn't give up. Never surrender. I used to have hoop dreams. Do it, lady. All of that. I'm just rambling things at this point. She will be starting doing One Piece, right? Streaming it, watching it on the channel, starting this Monday at 8 p.m. She's a hater, y'all. She's a big hater, and she's going to try her best to hate as long as she could. So make sure you guys, come around, check that out on Monday, Moon Piece Podcast. So on that note, y'all,